2A, yellow class. Today's Tuesday, March the 7th. Alright, put your name, class color on this sheet right here. Greater than, less than, equal to. When I used to teach junior high, my first 7 years of teaching at a traditional school, some students, they just didn't remember. So here's the deal I made with them. Instead of learning all 4 of them, only master one of them. If there's only one that you can master, which will give you all the other 3, which one would that be? The answer that I decided was less than. Put a little star next to less than. The reason less than is the one that won for me is because the less than looks like the letter L in less than. And on tests, they don't mind writing out the word less than, even though it could be the clue. Now this, of course, looks like an L in less than. Now for those who don't need this, you can just hear it, but there are some who are like, what? I never thought about the L in less than. Not only is it like the L in less than, capital L, but the truth is, if I'm not less than, I'm automatically greater than. So let's say I don't even study greater than. I know less than. Well, if I ever see this guy, clearly I'm going to say the words less than and something else, because it has that extra piece. It can't be exactly the same thing. So I get 2 for the deal. I become a master at less than. Automatically, I know this guy's less than or equal to the little extra part of the equal sign. I got that part, so I got 2 so far. Then when I see one of these guys, I know it's not less than, so it has to be greater than, because there are only 2 choices. There's a straight greater than, and his buddy over here greater than or equal to. So again, in junior high, I said, hey, only learn that one. Don't even study the other guys. You become a master at this one, then automatically you have the other guys. So that's just a reminder for someone who, again, maybe needs to hear it one last time before they get into the real world. This page here begins standard 4. Let's start standard 3 and 4 first to help us build. They're going to give you a big word problem, and you have to produce. What do you need to produce? You need to produce. Get rid of you. You need to produce one of these guys, a system of equations. You got to produce the top line, which I'm going to give you a little hint on how to produce the top line, and the uglier bottom line. Once you get a top line, then the bottom line kind of comes along with it. All right, here we go. How can I back up to the page that I was on? Nope, wasn't there. All right. Again, way too much information. What if there are only 2 things he could give them in this picture? The main ones that happen in most of the big word problems, which ones would he give them? He would give them the greater than or equal to. So he's going to circle that one. And he'll give them the less than or equal to. On these are the words that if you see them, will usually mean, hey, write this symbol. If you see these, they mean write this symbol. But again, too much information. What if I saw the test, studied the test, and said, which word would help them best? Which one would I circle? At least. If you had a highlighter, I would want you to highlight at least. They love that. He needs to make at least $20 this week working cutting lawns. He needs to make at least $40 next week. I don't know what he's doing. Walking dogs. Standing on the corner. In any case, here comes. At most. At most. Oops. For that last guy, at most, it is a symbol for this. And I'm going to give you a little trick that I noticed the other day when I was teaching it. At most. Now, some of the other words that go with the sign is the minimum, or is not less than, is smaller than. You should hear those for a second. And for this guy, the maximum, not more than, is not greater than, but at most. Here's the thing that I want you to see. Notice the phrase at least. You would expect the sign would be a less than. You know, less than goes with least. Less than goes with least. You would think that. But no, it's the reverse. Here has the greater thing in there. So you would think it would have a greater than symbol. But no, it's kind of the reverse. So a little hint is, when it's time to write down these symbols, when you hear at least, you think less. No, it's going to be the opposite guy. And at most. So let's use these in a real world sentence. At least. What is the, how do I use the word at least in it? You must turn in at least how many units in a school month to not get in trouble? You must turn in at least 4. Now, if you turn it at least 4, and the way I write that is the number of units I'm going to turn in. Someone said 4. Now, I could turn in 4, like it could be equal to 4, but no. I just want to know what's the least. I need to turn in at least 4. In other words, it could equal 4, or it could be greater than 4. This little phrase is how you say, hey, I got to turn at least 4 units in a school month. So let's put this down here. Turn in at least 4 units. Some of you are lucky. A long time ago, options for youth, with the 4 units, if you turn in 3 in one school month, and then the next school month you turn in another 3, in between there they would have given you 1 truancy, and at the end of the second school month they would have escorted you out of the school. Just boom, gone. Time to change a little bit. So they give you a little bit more chances. But a long time ago, at least meant that at most in a school month, you can turn it at most how many units? 10. Some people wonder, like, what? There's a max? I haven't even gotten past 5. But yes, there is a max. And that max is 10. What? You can't go past 10? Long time ago at options, the word was a little bit easier. And it turned in 10 was like nice and easy. From classes like this, your little packs are extra small. Now, it's the real deal now. But a long time ago, at most, you could turn in 10. How to write down at most? I always start with the equal sign. Like, I know what it is to turn in 10, but how to write at most? Well, again, at most you would think, it'd be greater than, but no, it's the opposite. Turn in at most 10 units. Now, as a matter of fact, I'm going to ask, just find out if anyone super is in our midst. If you have ever, or can, even if just one time, 10 units, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No way! 6. That is sweet. PE units. All right, so here we go. No. There we go. Food, nutrition, parenting. All right. These guys here, they're important, but they don't get used as much in real world problems. This is like, hey, I need you to turn in more than 4 units, or rather, I need you to turn in more than 3 units. How do I turn in more than 3 units? Like, it has to be bigger than 3. But they usually don't use that one. I need to turn in less than 11 units. Can't do 11. There's a special circumstance we can do it to 12, but you had to turn in 10 3 months in a row, and then the class had to be the real deal. But that's usually for students who are getting so close to graduation, but the numbers just won't fit, and there's something special that happens. Turn in less than 11 units. Again, you don't necessarily need those two for our purposes today. All right, that's 5 minutes just on the symbols. Let's see. All right, let's dig in. Where's the first word problem? My goal with this word problem is first to help some students, 1, not be afraid of them, but 2, help them see the pattern of building. Again, hopefully your cups aren't too full yet, because by the end of these 2 word problems, these are one of the main students that have. Standard 4 is the one with the good, bad, in between, the potato chips. Some people got that. You might be wasn't here, but you have watched videos. Today probably still won't do what you need. You may remember these, with the system of inequalities. You got your viable solutions, your not a solution, and your 2 non-solutions on the side. Well, boy, they just gave you the picture. Are you just filling the dots? Where's the picture? So this is on the, so remember this guy here. You got your bag of chips, you got your good. For those who aren't here, this helps you a little bit. Probably won't be enough. Any one of these dots on the inside are good. They are viable. Acceptable is what it means. So this guy could win. I think someone actually did one on the line. Technically, if the line hit a corner, I don't see it hitting a corner. Don't need that. The bad guys. So you got your bad or not. Now it looks like it says not bad, which would be good, but that's not what I want to say. So we got our viables. And then you got your nons. Nons have like 2 complete full sections. Non-viables. Hey, they just gave me the picture. You have to choose the dots. Now, what I'm giving you now is they're not going to give you a video. They're going to give you a paragraph. You're going to produce this, punch it into decimals. You got a new picture. Voila. You get a 4 on step 4, assuming you already have a 3. If you have a 2 or 1, I don't know if I'm going to let you jump up to that, but at least I'll give you the opportunity to do it. All right, so let's see if I can get part of this thing together. Let's read this paragraph and see what they chose for some of theirs. I think we're going to do 3 of these in a row. After 3 in a row, either you'll see the pattern, be like, oh, okay, got it, or you'll be like, look, I didn't know it from the first one, let alone the next 2. But here we go. Elizabeth needs to buy at least, booyah. You see, it's already starting. And you see that at least, if I were marking this, you know, when I hear least, I think that, but no. I got to think the opposite. So I know with this guy here, now Elizabeth wants to buy at least. I'm going the opposite direction. I'm just putting on that just to mess around with it. At least 15 highlighters or dry erase markers. First pattern. And in these problems, they're going to be talking about 2 things: dry erase markers and pens. Okay. Or they'll talk about boys and girls. They're always talking about 2 different things. And so you just got to identify them. Send one back, please. The other piece about that is they chose letters like H and D to go with highlighters and dry erase. For us in the world of math, usually the first thing that we come to, we call it X. The second guy we call it Y. But actually, I've made a mistake. Technically, to do these, we're supposed to read the whole thing first just to hear what the story is about. You come back and read it the second time. So let me just read the whole thing, come back and read it the second time, putting in the marks. Here goes. Elizabeth needs to buy at least 15 highlighters or dry erase markers. Good for her. She wants to spend at most $18 or $18. Highlighters are 65 cents each, and dry erase markers are $1.15 each. She wrote 2 inequalities and graphed them to show the various possible combinations of highlighters and dry erase markers she can buy with her budget. And voila, she got that. Okay. That's the first time just hearing what the story is about. Second time, let's go ahead and put in some stuff. So needs to buy at least. Can someone say what are the 2 things that she's buying? The first guy, I'm putting an X on you. The second guy, I'm putting a Y on you. How come you're not putting a D and an H? Because if you're using a graphic calculator, it won't accept other letters in there. And when you do it today, do that. All right, let's see. She wants to spend at most return is 10 credits. At most, you would think that means greater than. No. It's the opposite. Most sounds like it's big, but the symbol will be small. We'll do this 3 times in a row. Those people who are relatively good in math and they pick up stuff, by the 3rd time they'll get it. If you don't, it's okay. I don't know about that person. Sometimes they'll home. People that teacher wrote, they go back and start tutoring in college and be like, okay, I see the answer, but I'm not sure what we got. Boom. Oh, we do it. That kind of thing. Raise your hand if you don't have the sheet. If you were absent or something. Sure. I could have you. Have you ever made a copy? Here it comes. Let's see what we got here. We got this greater than thing, less than thing. We got 2 things. All right, so here's the first pattern. The top row always just has the 2 letters added. And either it's going to equal or it's going to be greater than, less than, whatever the number of them are. So in other words, they told me, let's see, I want 15, at least 15 of these highlighters. So my top row is going to be, let me move this now out of my way. My X plus Y, we're building something they already have. We're going to build it. You are not. The first thing plus the second thing usually will equal the amount they want. The top row usually doesn't have any money on it. Most of these situations, there's stuff and cost. Stuff and cost. So here, and yeah, I said it equaled it, but it said at least. What did that say? Completely lost. It shouldn't be. They're 2 items. Add them together, get the total of what I want. Here comes the second row. It is with the second row. I'm building these things. The second row will always have the same 2 letters. In order for it to be a system equation, they just fall down below. They fall down right below. Now that looks like something weird. On the second row is where all the money comes in. So let me ask, what's the money amount that's associated with the X, the highlighters? And I probably should have marked that in my second time around. So let me mark that. Let's see. Highlighters, they go for 65. That's a big highlighter. Can I make it smaller? How about you? And then what's the number associated with the dry erase markers? $1.15. Now, the good news with this, if you're piecing this together, is okay. Second row, I connect the money to the letter. Money to the letter, and then there's one last money amount. So let's see here. Can I get you? Can I get you? Sure, I'll put you in green. It's 65 cents with the first guy, and there's $1.15. The second guy, no, now put equals. What's the total money amount? They had it up there somewhere. $18. There it is. Just kind of high. All right. Money on the bottom row, stuff on the top row. We'll do another one of these. The third one, I'll ask you to try and do it, and then you'll be like, oh, that's it. And I'll be like, yeah, that's it. 18, they want it to be at most. You don't have more than $18, you can't spend more. All right, take a look at it, and just right now, see if there's anything up here where you're like, whoa, where did you get that from? Let's put that simple. For you, I'm going to start marking in there stuff that you may know, like, oh, I think that should be less that, or equal to, like, oh, he's the X, he's the Y. Try to mark it for a second yourself, and then we'll build it. By the way, for those who eventually get this, or you get it, this is one of the biggest parts of the math. This whole reading this big paragraph, producing 16 equations. So if you happen to get this, you could feel like, man, I am better than so many other students here at Options and in school in general. If you don't get it, because I don't want anybody to feel bad, you can feel like, hey, I'm just like most other kids here at Options. Yeah, either way, you win. Now, here it comes. As treasurer of your church or youth group, you decide to have enough. You decide that you have enough money left over in the budget to throw a party. Okay, you have $200 to spend. Oh, they twisted it. You decide to order cheeseburger combos and double combos. Cheeseburger combos are $5.65 and double combos are $6.70. You want to order at least nice 20 combos total. Write a system of inequalities. They're called inequalities because the symbol. 2 and 2 are equal. 2 and 4 are not equal. There are some things, a little English lesson. There are some things called privative prefixes. Privative prefixes. Like, it's possible for you to come to school. For some students, it's not possible. It's impossible. You put that little thing in front of that privative prefix, it does the opposite. It cancels it out. So, if you put that in front of something, you put that in front of something, you put that in front of something. These are privative prefixes. Some of you have the cut version of a movie. Some of you have the uncut version. You should take it back. Okay, I'm moving. For some of you, what's the N word? What's the N word? Say again? Yeah. You can be an extrovert or you can be an introvert. That kind of doesn't undo, but he works. In any case, instead of saying not equal, either 2 is going to be less than or in equal, and therefore this whole thing is called an inequality. When you have x equals 2 plus x plus y, you have an equation. When you have x is less than or equal to 2, 2y plus y, 2 plus y, you have an inequality. This little guy names a thing. All right, that's it. Get rid of all that. Let's build this thing. Let's build it. No erasing. I'm just putting it. All right, too fast. Fine. All right, let's mark some stuff. Here we go. We have to do some of that money amount. You decide you need to order a cheeseburger. All right, you get to be X just because you came first. You get to be Y just because you came second. Hey, but I already put a Y on the. Okay, doesn't matter. But what's true is once you choose one for each, then you get. If you chose C and D, you're gonna be okay, except if you try and put it into the calculator. Cheeseburgers are $5.65. I know what money's going with the cheeseburgers, and then the doubles. How much money goes with them? $6.70. You want to order at least 20 combos. So here begins. We can check to see what you would have done. You can do it already. First, I got some cheeseburgers, and if I add some Double doubles, how much is that going to add up to? It's at least. I'm thinking the less than symbol. Would be the 20. In other words, I want 20 or more. Again, notice the text, bro. Hey, there's no money up there. So even if you don't wind up learning how to do this, at least if you know what these, money, not on the top, money on the bottom. How do I get a bottom row? I just drop my X down, I drop my Y down, and now I put the money that's attached. Let's build this first one. The money that goes with that guy is what? With the X. Alright. And the Y is the other guy. He's 670. And then, let's see. Now here's the part that they didn't do with the money. They didn't say at most or at least with the money. But here's the deal. If you only have $200, you can't do more than 200. Yeah, so at most, I'll put at most on the 200. And while most, I want to put that greater than, because most sounds big. It's going to be most. Hopefully some of you feel the pattern now. This time though, I'm going to pause, let you look at it. Page 19 on the At this point, this is time number 3. At this point, if you're going to be one of the people who gets it right now, this will be it. If it doesn't come to you right now, let it go. Set it free. It's dead to you. All right, here comes Daniel and Justin are putting on a comedy show at a comedy club in L.A. Could be Mavericks Flats. I used to visit that one. Right down Crenshaw Stalker over there by the Magic Mountain Theater. Anybody from L.A.? Yeah. Used to live on Crenshaw. Or whatever. Here goes. The club can seat at most, not greater than, but less than. That's what I want to do. At most, 200 people. It's $5 for students and $7 for adults. Let's see what else I need to know up in there. They are trying to raise this amount of money, at least. They need more than that. I'm ready to go. The people, the stuff on the top. Now, let's just say you want to fool a teacher. Don't fool me, but let's just say you can fool another math teacher, and they give you one of these things. You can, even without write anything, you can just write a top row, X plus Y, find a number that's not money, and then put that money thing there. Now, if it's an inequality, of course you have to choose greater than or less than, but for an equation, a system of equations, you can put just equals whatever the not money thing is. Where are you not money? The 200. Even knowing nothing, they all have to be one letter plus another letter equals something. It's the second row where you got to have a little bit of brains, but here, drop that, drop that down. I was about to say drop it like it's hot, but it doesn't even apply here. It doesn't even go with it. In any case, when you drop these two guys down, now you're ready for the money that goes with it. 5 goes with the X, goes with the X. Yeah, 5 goes with the X, and then the 7 goes with the Y. And then it's greater than the other thing. Usually on these, let's just say, again, people who do patterns, you don't really learn to follow patterns. On these guys, if you get the top row right, the bottom row has to flip and be the other thing. That's what allows the little bow tie, the white, dark, and then the in-between. If they both flip the same way, then I don't know what's wrong with the picture, but I don't think it'll do what you need. Take a look, see how you feel about the leaving. Pause if you want to ask anything. And this is the setup for the answer. So if you try this at home, and yes, it does say sod. That's not too much. Here it comes. I'm just commenting on this one because a couple of you are going to get your assessment back. And you missed this time on standard 2, and some of you missed it without doing a little extra work that would have helped you get it. In any case, I'm going to mention this one fast, do a long multiplication, then I'm leaving standard 2. Hey, what do I want to say about this one first? For those who are 4s, these two things are polynomials. We're about to subtract polynomials, and the answer that we're going to get also happens to be a polynomial. What's a polynomial? It's things that separate by a plus or minus sign. This is a binomial. There are 2 terms. Here's a trinomial. There are 3 terms. Anything separated by a plus or minus sign, it's a term. When you have them, we just call them polynomials. Okay, why is that important? I think the question they're going to ask you something to the effect of explain why your answer to this question is a closed set. Closed set just means this, if 2 humans get together and they have a baby, the baby's a human. It's a closed set. 2 humans produce a human, except for that TV movie. I think it was the final thing, and then like that baby comes out like a little lizard. It turns out they were aliens just pretending. It scared me as a little kid, so I don't watch. Yeah. Polynomial. Same concept. You got two math problems. They get together. What do they produce? They produce another polynomial. So it is a closed set if two polynomials that are added, subtracted, multiplied, produce another polynomial. That makes it a closed set. So let me do it here. So here's how they kind of put the problem on the test for you. They have like this thing like this right here. And I knew some people would miss it. This is the most popular one to miss. Like if you had something you could highlight this, this would be like you're blaming someone. I don't know why you missed this one. This is the reason you missed it right there. So here it goes. So let me put this plus 7. And then let me put this minus 6. So they give it to you like this. They don't have it on the side. They give it to you like this. Your task, before you mess around with that thing, is to circle this guy and change everybody. In other words, the negative sign outside just says I want the opposite of whatever's inside. The opposite. So I want the opposite of you. I want the opposite of you. I want the opposite of you. Now, if you forgot to do that, bad memory, you missed it. It seems that you're not smart, but no, I just forgot. Is that the answer? No, that's not the answer. But now you can get the answer by combining you two, and you're a free agent. You're not going to combine with anybody. So here it comes. 8 and a negative 3 is how much, someone? Thank you, or SM. Just for the record, let me do this one time as a mathematician. I may have said it before. Which one is an S and which one is a 5? Close. Right. And at this point, he's a 5 and he's an S. In the world of math, we put these little tick marks to turn him into an S. The next question, there are 2 of those. Where's the other guy? Here it comes. Which one is a T and which one is a plus sign? Close. In the world of math, a T has that little curve thing. That's how we make a T. Okay. There's another one that's famous. Here it comes. Which one is a 2 and which one is a Z? Four trick questions every time. He's a Z. In the world of math, we make him as a Z. If you don't, it just means you don't live in the world of math. Which one is an O and which one is a 0? Okay, we don't use O's in math. Because for whatever reason, it's too hard to do that. If you ever see one, you're a lucky kid. But someone would think, well, don't you just put that little line in it? No, we don't. We just, you'll never see like a 5O plus 50 is, no, they're not doing that. So just no. But these other 3, this is how we identify them. Tell me why. Last one, Y and 4. Basically with the Y's, we make it a cursive Y. For those who are like, I don't even care about this. Sorry. I live in the world of math. I figured let me let you in just in case you're invited to be part of the club. A negative 7 and a negative 7 gives you how much, please? A 6 and nothing is just a 6. So yeah, you'll be able to fix that, those 2 are broken. When I give you your test back now, take your hand. You're going to see a check mark above the group. Oh, there's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. You'll see a check mark. If you see a 1, look around and see, hey, what did I do in there? Yes? 5m squared. Oh, you are correct. Thank you very much. That little 2 should have been there. Oh, yeah, we had a few people who made it 5m to the 4th power. They added the 2 and 2's. You're not adding those. You're just saying I have 8 of those things. I took away 3 of those things. Oh, now I only have 5 of those things. I'm leaving that one alone. He's a polynomial. Because again, he has terms. I started with 2 polynomials. I combine them. I want to flip the 3rd polynomial. You are a closed set if you add, subtract, or multiply polynomials and produce a polynomial. All right. And the reason I paused when I was in college, this problem was standard 2. Let me mess around with. Oh no, there's that big long multiplication. Go to page. What did that say? 53, 59. 59. I am going going to do this one. Even though I did it on some of your papers. I'm going to do it again. I apologize. Here it comes. Is it x minus 2 or x plus 2? Then a minus 3 or no? Then like a 3x and a 4? Is it a plus 4 or minus? At this point, anyone who would like to think about something else, just let their mind. Anyone who would like to let their mind drift, go on to something else, something that makes it affect you later on. You can daydream at this point. I'm going to do a lot of work, which you'll get the point of it, but I got to finish the whole thing. So let me get a little curtain. I think this is awesome. Your papers, I saw it on one paper. If I saw it on one, it must be on all. Why am I doing it again? I just feel like, I don't know, I can't help it, so I'm going to do it. Hey Thomas, you're going to multiply 3 binomials. What's a binomial? It has 2 terms. How do you know it's a term? It's separated by a plus or a minus sign. That makes me a term. Just in case you want to impress some other math teacher, don't impress me. Some other math teacher, you can tell them that the number 5 is a polynomial. Now, it's also called a constant. But even if you stand alone, technically, you're a polynomial. You are a polynomial. Now, normally, you need at least 2 terms to be a polynomial, but officially and technically, each one of these numbers is, in fact, a polynomial. So when you ask a question like, yeah, I'm looking at number 5, I'm wondering if that polynomial should be added to something else. Your teacher goes, it's a polynomial. You are the real deal. So boom, just help you there. Get ready, Thomas. Do a lot of work for students the old-fashioned way, where they just sit and watch. Distribute the x to those 2 guys. And then distribute the... Okay, yeah, so maybe pause for now, back row. It's very common, and I appreciate the help, though. I'm going to multiply the 3. If you know the answer, say it out loud. Here we go. X times 3x is? 3x squared. Thanks. X times the 4? 4x. Letters and numbers just get switched together. So far, so good. I can easy. It's just you have to do a lot of it. I feel like someone tried it and nailed it, and I feel like a couple of people always have. Some people are like, I know I just added the other ones. I don't know why they put them side by side, but I'm going to add them all out. So some people just, they just click, put it below, click, put it below, add it down. I appreciate your effort. That's when I realized. In any case, let me keep going. Fast, fast, fast. Run out of time. Here we go. Now the blues. Where are the blues? Negative 3 times a 3, someone. Let's get rid of you guys. These polynomials over here. Let's see here. And then a negative 3 times a positive 4. So far, so good. I'm just going to do the same thing all over again with more. Some people say math is hard. Not all the time. Some people say it's boring. Yeah. Unless, I'm not sure what the unless is. Unless it feels good to be better than other people. I'm not saying you should do it. Sometimes it feels good. Nah, because I'm actually smart because I have a degree in math. And I'm not. Yeah. Just remember some of it. All right, here we go. Let's do green all the way. 1. She's a mean on sometimes. 3, 4. All those greens are going to multiply. Now, the question you got to ask yourself, is it worth it spending your time doing all this multiplication to get an extra point on there? It's up to you. I just want you to have it. All right, here we go. Greens. X times 3, x squared is a 3x to the 3rd power. X times a 4. So you're getting it. Hey, you mean when you multiply letter times letter, you add the exponents? Yeah, you do. X times a 9. Uh-oh. Oh, he's a 9x squared as well. X in that 12. I know you have it, so I'm just going to keep going. Let me get the other piece. Come on, do the 2's. 2 times a 3. I'm right small now because I got to squeeze it in. It's a 6x squared. 2 and a 4 is an 8. Isn't it? 2 and a 9, 18. Do you know that some students in high school, 2 and a 12, they don't remember their timetables? The problem is timetables just need to make all the time. So this problem here is actually a hard one, not because it's actually hard, but because you can't remember. Like, I had a student, she came back, she graduated a year ago, she said, hey, Tom, it's good to see you again. I was going to say her name, but I forgot it, and I didn't want her to know. So I just said, hey, how you doing? Yeah, what's going on? And then she left like, all right, the point I'm making is forgetting doesn't mean you're not smart. It just means we all forget. So those who forgot their timetables, don't ever feel like, oh, I'm bad at my timetables. Just go back and study them. If you don't do it, there's Google. I feel bad for you. All right, here we go. The cubes. You guys are set, so I'm just writing you. Squares, there's a 4, there's a negative 9, there's a 6. Oh, shoot. A 4, a negative 9, and a 6. Sorry, it's going to take some time. You are a negative 5. Some people have no idea of positive negatives. Sorry. When the signs are different, you subtract 6, take away 5 to 1. Some people side is the higher guy. So I'm going to put a plus 1x for the squares. What do I got left? I got some 12 x's. There's a negative 12, a negative 18. Oh, I'm shooting a positive 8. Why would they make it so big, so ugly? Negative 12. Like I said, for some of you who want to think about something else that you're going to do today, this is a good time to think about it. There it is. Someone say out loud a negative 12 and a positive 8, please. Good. Negative 4. Negative 4 and a negative 18. Are these the x's? Yes, these are the x's. So somebody's probably looking at this one going like, no, I don't think I'll be doing this one. You don't have to. You don't need it to get that section. You add subtract issue 2, and you can walk away with a 2. This will get you a 3 if you add this one on, and then the question about the open and close set gets you a 4. But you only need a 2 to walk away with it, so where's the regular numbers? There's a 24. Alright, I wrote it, I did it. We are about to factor these subtractive problems. We're about to factor these subtractive problems. Anybody know what you should think when you get the word factor? Yeah, multiply. Multiply. Whenever you hear factor, you're going to multiply. So let's write out factor. We got to make this happen in about 10 minutes. Factor. Factor, multiply. Teach factor. Teach write this thing here as a multiplication problem. Alright, there's an equation that you will memorize. We'll do 3 of these. If you pick it up on 3, good for you. If you don't stress. This is on standard 1, there were like 4 problems on the front page. This is problem like number 2, which I didn't offer you. So here it comes. The one that says a squared minus b squared. If I can rewrite this problem here to look like this problem right here, something squared minus something squared. The formula says, this is how I memorize it, AA, BB plus minus. AA, BB plus minus. What does that mean? Whatever A is, I'm going to write it twice. Should I write in colors? No. Just one time. It's supposed to help your brain. At first I was like, their brain. No, I'm going to help the brain. A, B. Red, red. Blue, blue. And that's an A, not a 9. Plus, minus. A, B, B, plus, minus. A, B, B, plus, minus. Let's write this one. See if I can write that one. Do 2 hard ones. Maybe it's a long thing. All right, here goes. Hey, how do I write y squared as something to the second power? I know it feels like a trick question. Just a y. Nothing. It's the second part that usually you have to think about. The second piece, someone say out loud, how to write 25 as something squared? 5 squared, that is 5 times 5. This is what I'm trying to tell my son. Like, dude, just work on your timetables. Most of math is timetables. If you're good at your timetables, then automatically you get to be good at math. That's happening, but we'll stop at that. Now here I go. AA, BB, plus minus. Red, red, blue, blue, plus minus. You're A, because I won't always write it in red and blue. You're B. How do I factor these? I'm going to multiply whatever this thing is times that thing there. Some parentheses next to each other means multiply. Here it comes. Y, 5, 5, plus minus. Why? Some people try this one. I appreciate that effort you made. It's like crazy answers, but whatever. You're like, I have no idea. Maybe if I divide by the 9 or something. No, we not divide by anything. You just haven't been told A, B, B plus minus. For those who like your chances to improve, on that front page, you just need 2 problems, right, out of the 4, plus the one on the back to win standard 1. So you only need 2. Some of you already got that 2. Just, add into your riches. All right, do me a favor. See if you can do anything with that second guy. Go up. If you haven't answered the question, if you've answered, don't answer it just yet. We'll use you as backup. Someone tell me what I'm going to put in the first parenthesis. All right, you're out the game. Someone different. Tell me what I'm going to put in the second one. 4. All right. A, B, B plus minus. T for 4 plus minus. Just in case some math teacher says what you just did here, you are finding, this formula is called finding the difference of squares. Write it down so at least you have in your grade 1 time difference of squares, difference of subtract, and there are your squares. For anybody wondering in terms of this presentation, is he almost done? Yeah, it's almost done. The good news is you're almost at the end, you didn't even know it. Let's find you a hard one, because we're going to do a baby one on the test. I'll do like the next level up. But the next level, when I show it to you, this okay, this one's kind of odd. What's the other page I said to go to? Yeah, look at that fraction. That's scary. Another page. No, not unless you turn this into something square. This isn't the one I'm doing, but just in the case you decide to start your 6 pages, you don't have to do this one. You got to turn this into something square. What times itself will give you 1 over 9? Right. 1 minus 4. That guy down there. What page did I say go to? There. This guy here? What page is he? Page 9? This is page 6. No, wants to catch up on his math. Alright, I'll do this guy and then I guess the next door neighbor. Yeah. I'll do that guy. Here it comes. First parenthesis, no colors. No colors. A, B, B plus minus. I'll do the second parenthesis with your help first, then you'll do it. That'll be it. I'm going to sort of multiply on the back, and that'll be it. So we're down to our last 3 problems. Some people, their brains already failed. Hey, somebody tell me what number I'm going to put in the second parenthesis. Yeah, it's 2 to the second power. It's 4. That's not a big deal. First parenthesis, if you have an answer, if you've answered, don't answer right now. What's the first part? There are going to be 2 pieces. If you've answered, do not answer. What's the first part, please? 3. Are you ready? Oh, I'm on what? Someone different. Tell me what that second part is going to be. Yeah. And now you know the formula. First, second, plus minus. A, B, B, plus minus. How do you memorize it? That's the key. All right, so 3R, 2, 2, plus minus, and just in case you by accident put the minus first and the plus second, you're still okay. As long as this whole parenthesis is together, then it's fine. Do me a favor. You're going to do one of these on your own. Oh, pause. Hey, anybody want to ask anything about this one? Look at it. Feel it, love it. All right, okay, so here goes. Do this first guy here. Now, will these pages get to be used as part of your 6? Probably not, because you don't know how to do this one. My only hint to you is if you try to do this one, you're going to have to factor out something, like we did on standard 2 on the last unit, like we did on problem number 3 on this first standard. But if you can't do it, there are enough other pages to get your 6. Do this one right here, and we're down to this idea. This is the one that's so you can even tell us. This one I'll actually come around and check mark because some people tried with the 4s. This was what page is this one? And just in case somebody watches or whatever, they'd have to find it where it is. 10 and then 19, 17. Thank you. Just because some people are going to try and do the 4s, I'm going to do this one again. This one's long. If you need to take a nap with your eyes open, this would be a good place to do it. Um, Here it comes. Hey, are these two things the same? Some people just, I think, say, oh yeah, or no, but with nothing there, you gotta have something there. And here's the something you should have. Basically, I'm gonna work out this problem. If it produces this, yeah, they're correct. They're the same based on my work. If no, they're not the same, and your work can say something. So 4 minutes on this one. Let your brain relax for a full minute, and then offer your test. Anything squared just means multiply that whole thing times itself. This is going to be the rainbow thing all over again. I apologize for it. You look like a knot, but you're not. You're a bee. So if I work all this out, it produces that, then that's what we got. All right, here we go. I'm going red for the A's. I'm going blue for the B's. Here it comes. A times A. Anybody know what A times A is? I mean, A squared times A squared. I'll check and see what they're going to do with it. But when you multiply the same base, you add the exponents. This is I have 2 A's. I'm going to multiply another 2 A's. How many A's have been multiplied? Oh, shoot, 4 of them have been multiplied. All right, let me just keep going because we don't have enough time to explain it all. Second group, A times B. When the letters are different, the best you can do is just put them right next door to each other. Already, and I think you know, but already they're not the same. Based on my work, I know these two things are not the same. This one has a middle term, but let's see if it disappears. Here comes the B's. The bad news, I think, is though if you get a 1 in a section, you can't boost it up to a 4, even if you understand the 4 level stuff. I didn't make the rules. All right, here comes A squared. Switch this around already so that it looks just like this next door to it. You can do that. If you're writing in pen, sorry about that, don't write in pen. Let's see. And the B times the B. Anybody know what B squared times B squared is going to equal? Yeah, B4. Oh, what? Let's see. Alright, there it is. Here comes the middle. I have 1 of these things. I have plus 1 more of these things. How many of those things do I have? I have 2 of, I guess I'll keep it black. The end you say the same, but you can't combine with anybody. The beginning you say the same, you can't combine with anybody. So now, this thing here is not that thing there. In order for them to be the same, you have to multiply that times that, and you don't get to do that. Based on my work, this is a binomial. This is a trinomial. If you understand why they're not the same. This one has a middle term. This one doesn't have a middle term. So what are they about to do right now? They're going to relax their brains.